I got the power I share. Hell, all of doom are red. Flow change like oh yeah. To my fans, more do bread. Traffic and African rituals. I know it's far from typical. I know they calling it mythical. I just be calling it mystical. Whoa, black magic with white fabric, they petrified. I see through the ancestors' eyes. You can't see it cause you rest your eyes. My chain hang for Ogun. That blame's lit, I'm in tune. That high giant is in the air, boy. That smoke fills up that room. I'm consumed. I laugh at y'all. Grant my people with good health. Don't talk about it, but I live it, boy. You grant my folks with plenty wealth. I walk the path of that shoe. Then I recite no jewel. 2 mouths up and 2 mouths down. Got balance mid in my view. Oh yeah, bring your winds to change. Power down, I share. Arun Miller, give me purpose. Power down, I share. Throw my obies to my head. Power down, I share. Read my Odu, eat by daily. Power down, I share. Egun got me. Ori got me. Olarun got me. Saoru got me. Ebo got me. Ajuban got me. Baba Wa got me. Iyawa got me. I go Obi, I go Obi, I go Obi yo. I go Obi, I go Obi, I go Obi yo. I go Obi, I go Obi, I go Obi yo. Ile Mokio, Ile Mokio, Ile Mokio, Akiye. I am the sun and the moon. Still I feel like a Oshun. Ori prayer in the morning. Hands up all around. 4 pots for a goon. See my grits in the room. Throw the shells to the plate. Menchi and Della goon. 5 chains on my neck. The Ile cage they reflect. Y'all speak on your cool. Translation as death. Sprinkle a little IJ. All the room from an EE ray. Akina Moran, I'm blowing my hand. I'm pitching the sand. Whoa! Please the Obi, stand with my Ile Ikoki. Warrior type, I'm like a trophy. Shango power, come approach me. That's thunder. For the spirits I conjure. Wake 'em up from that slumber. Right? You just call my number. Oh yeah, bring your winds to change. Power down, I share. Arun Miller, give me purpose. Power down, I share. Throw my obies to my head. Power down, I share. Read my Odu, eat by daily. Power down, I share. Egun got me. Ori got me. Olarun got me. Saoru got me. Ebo got me. Ajuban got me. Baba Wa got me. Iyawa got me. I go Obi, I go Obi, I go Obi yo. I go Obi, I go Obi, I go Obi yo. I go Obi, I go Obi, I go Obi yo. Ile Mokio, Ile Mokio, Ile Mokio, Akiye.
Ogere, 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 Orisha. Ogere, 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 Orisha. Obatala, Ogere, Ogere, Orisha. Obatala, Ogere, Ogere, Orisha. Ogere, 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 Orisha. Obatala, Ogere. Ogere, Orisha. Ogere, 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 Orisha. Ogere, 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 Orisha. Obatala, Ogere, Ogere, Orisha. Obatala,
Hey, Sunshine Monie with the affirmations
peace,
to
y'all.
enjoy your day with.
Sunshine Monie.
You are listening to chakra music.
I came through with intentions of destruction. You said you wanted freedom, well it's me then that you wanted. I moved in gratitude as my soul was being summoned. The consciousness has returned, Christ is really coming. I make these flows for the souls that drenched in indigo. I made some goals for they glow since they was embryos. Access directives, they lectures, keep your principles. Enemies infect you, don't let them reach your pinnacles. Reversing curses that's embedded in religions. They wound up in your soul, that's why you feel in tension. I'm remixing declensions before Sumerians existed. It's something in the water, don't get caught, you'll get acidic. I bury enemies, pay pinnacles to the witness. You say my name in threes, I appear in your vision. Write Iliads in me, I'm the witcher in your system. Silly as can be, there's no opposite in infinite. I'm the goddess of crossroads, touching all directions. With the skull and crossbones that call to the vexes. I applaud the protectors, I'm the god of inflection. They see the demon in me and still pause the respecters. I need no translation, vibrating from universe. My throat mansplaining while my yoni do the work. Mask off, crowns on, bombshell on all the arts. Mask off, crowns on, bombshell on all the arcs. Mask off, crowns on, bombshell on all the arcs. Mask off, crowns on, bombshell on all the arcs.
Enoch 7 prophet, move like the full winds do. My energy is useful, my thoughts are old school. So I move with a Bob Slim. Say I'm sexy, haircut like Anita Baker, real lovely. Caught up in the rapture, it's kinda risque. Kisses and faces on public is real frisky. Touche.
You are listening to chakra music.
Mask off.
Peace, y'all. Welcome to Virgo Virgin Talk. We're going to talk about Obatala today, the mind control Obatala. I'm Sunshine Monie L.
And I'm Danielle.
Happy to be here.
Happy to be here in the Sagittarius season, the season of the Sagittarius.
Yes, happy Obatala season to everybody out there. You know, fire gang off in this thing. I don't have any Sagittarius placements. I have one Sagittarius placement. That's my Lilith. My Lilith is in Sagittarius. They tripping. I hear the music. I'm not tripping.
I have a few placements in Sagittarius.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm the way I am and why I attract so many of them. And you know, I'm bred from a family full of Sagittarius on both sides. So Sagittarius definitely does play a big role in my life.
It's fun there. It's fun there. That's the energy of like optimism and traveling and like foreign traveling. Like even if it's just like mental or virtual, it's like foreign interactions and expanding yourself and your philosophies, all that fun shit.
It is indeed. Yeah, I got 2 Sagittarius placements. I have a lot of fire though in my chart. But yeah, my Sagittarius is in Saturn in my Uranus.
Oh, challenges and progressive pushes. That's fun.
It is. These challenges are dealt with every day, and I try to make progression through my challenges. But they're all to better myself. So I will say that. I level up every day.
That's what it's all about. Leveling up.
I level up every day.
I love Sagittarian season. Especially like as a kid, this is like the season of magic and shit. We get all the meteor showers coming from the Monoceros constellation. That's the constellation of unicorns. So it's all mystical energy and shit coming down. You got Christmas magic, Christmas spirit. You got all these made up fairy tales, story tales about people breaking and entering in your house to leave you gifts. I love it. I wish somebody would be in me to leave me some food.
I don't want nobody breaking in shit. Mine. They bound to get shot. You about to get shot. You either about to get shot or you about to get attacked by 2 dogs. at the same damn time. You better hope they get to you before I get to you.
'Tis the
But
season
you
to
know,
be jolly.
tis the season to be jolly though.
Obatala ta la la la. There you go. Remix.
Obatala la 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 la.
Uh-huh. There we
That's
go.
probably has a lot. There's probably a connection there.
That was the original.
Mm-hmm. The original OG. But let's get into him. You know,
Yeah, let's get into him.
he is the eldest of the deities, and his assignment was to create humans and all the inhabitants of the earth. That's a hell of a task to do too, especially if you have no experience
He
with
did
humans.
a B&E.
Yeah, you know.
That was the first B&E. When, in fact, it was the first adverse possession because that was
Mhm.
old Coon's land.
Oh
And
yeah.
my man just went up there and was like, this place needs some firmament and some people.
Well, I mean, when he was sent by, Odula Murray, he sent them
Yeah,
over
but I
there.
think Obatala put it in his ear first, didn't he?
Oh, he was
I
like,
don't
"Hey,
know.
a
It's a
place
back and
right
forth
over there
thing.
that look like it might be cool. You know, we can. This is where we can put them at over here.
Yeah,
In the
like,
hood."
can I do something over here? It looks vacant.
Yeah,
Paranolius.
right. You know, I got a bag full. I got a satchel full of sand right here, full of earth right here. You know, and that is earth over there. So yeah, let's call it that. Yeah. In fact,
So
yeah.
Obatala was the first colonizer. But we thinking for it.
I mean, just think about it. I mean, shit. We are the first beings here on earth. We are the mothers and the fathers of every human being. Okay, we started this shit and we gonna finish it. And they don't know nothing to do other than what the shit that we've already have done. Okay, they is a little more savage with it now. They don't have no courtesy. So it is what it is. So.
So
Well,
what did he give him in the satchel?
he gave us some earth. It's saying,
Yeah, like a hen or something, right?
yeah. I just had from my notes I have. He just he gave him a bag full of sacred earth or clay, and then he gave him a gold chain. So the gold chain is used for him to hang in the sky, and then make his way down, so where he could hang from in the air or whatever, because it was nothing but water there, and he had to pour out the earth and stuff into the earth, into the water. I'm like, damn, that had to been a lot of damn sand.
Yeah.
I'm thinking at it from a human aspect, though. You know what I'm saying? Not from a godly aspect, because my mind can only fathom but so much on how to really just illustrate that in my head.
Well, we be thinking about them like they human size.
Right, because I'm like, he coming down on the gold
So a
chain.
satchel to them is like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. So he had to pour some of the earth, down first, and then he stepped onto it, and he had to pour out the rest or whatever. And then he had clay as well in the satchel. So that's how he had to build and form, the humans, the people.
Excuse me.
I didn't see that it was mixed in with any water or anything. But I figured that, the only way you can, form clay or earth anyway is you have to have some water. So yeah, utilize that. I just be wanting to take details of it, I gotta know every single detail. Like, yeah, he took some of this water, he took about, half an ounce here, put it there or whatever.
Right. Like how they, they tell you how they make the pop-up girls.
Right. But yeah.
So you have Olorun in the sky and Olokun below, and then Obatala was like, "Ayo," and then he was granted permission. But then, okay, so yeah, it was a snail shell or satchel, a white hen. There it was. I know it was like a bird or something. A white hen, a black cat, a palm nut, and a special egg. And the egg had all the male and female Orishas in it. And the egg is also the beginning story for India nakshatras. They all came out of a golden egg.
You said the egg
So
had the
that
Orishas in it
yeah,
and a hen.
it had the essence of them, not actually them,
Oh,
but
okay,
their
the
essence,
essence.
like their
Okay.
energy. That's
So
where the
okay. So
mindset
that's
that all the Orishas are within and are actually personifications of your chakras because we have their
right.
essence within us. So a lot of the stories that you'll read in the religious books, like the
Mm-hmm.
Bible, and the Kabbalah, and the Quran, and all of those, you'll be able to make reflections from those personifications to different body parts within. Well, like if this body part does this, and this over here does this, like whatever, whatever. Oh, that's crazy. That's what they was talking about in the Bible. Yeah, as above, so below. So this is a nice way they're showing you, like you have everything that's out here inside of you.
Yeah. Yeah. Even the disabled ones too. Because he made disabled beings as well, and those came along when he was inebriated. Damn, I hate to think that it's like only disabled people were created because he was inebriated off of palm wine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they say every time. Somebody's born with a deformity. They say like he was, drunk off the palm wine. Albinos are blessed by Obatala because Obatala
It's
represents white
represents white.
purity. Yeah, and so those who are albino are seen to be like really blessed and covered by Obatala, and I think that's dope.
I think that's dope too.
Yeah, because it gives kind of like everybody kind of has like their go-to Orisha, you know what I mean? Um, but the chain that he was given, it wasn't long enough for him to come down and do his thug dizzle. So he had to release the hen, and the hen was he was like, Pokemon Go. And then he was like, wave, wing move, Pokemon. And so he was flapping the wings and it was making the sand do it what it was doing. It was like hurricane attack move.
I'm glad. The beautiful thing is we have two different notes, so we have two different versions of the story.
See, but this is how the
That one
Bible was
yours
written.
sounds a
Wasn't
lot
it
more
like 5
interesting.
different books? The same story?
Yeah. Oh
And here's
god.
the point.
Why they just couldn't have oil come down and assist him with the winds and and the sand and stuff like that, and
Because patriarchy. Why would he ask a woman to do anything? But you know what happened? So they had 16. I forget. I don't know when we going to touch this one. When my man's made 16 male Orishas, and they all just looking at each other like we can't do nothing with each other but play Star Wars with our penises. And so they came. So now y'all want to look at a woman out of the 16 of y'all. Don't nobody want all 16 of y'all. Get out of here.
God,
We'll get to that one eventually.
I was gonna say think of 16 that were made by Obatala when he was under the influence.
Do you hear me, my man?
Because that's what's out here right now.
Yo, but you know what? They should have asked the woman to help because maybe she could have shaped that. She was like, "Oh, this is gonna go inside of me. I got this. I'm gonna shape these. Like I got this for her."
And how were they shaped? I mean, because the imagination of a man is pretty amazing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But when you have, that's after you've seen some influence on some shit, but
like just we want them to make an ankh when they come together. So, and I think that was a cool idea. That was pretty genius. Thank you, Obatala. Like, you really know how to make shit look like art. And so that room, but that leads me to believe that some women's canals are shaped different too. And there's somebody for everybody.
Yeah, some of our uteruses are crooked, so that might have been a deformity.
I don't think it was a deformity. I think that Obatala likes to create many flavors. He's like me, like when I make my organites, no two organites are alike. I can't completely recreate what the fuck I just made. And it seems to be that's how he made the people. No two people are exactly alike. You can't even make twins. He can't even make twins exactly alike. Ain't that crazy? That's dope. Thanks, Obatala.
That is pretty dope. That is pretty dope, though. You would think they'll be exactly alike.
No two beings down here are exactly alike. None of them can do it.
Like snowflakes.
Gonna do it. It'd be like, even if it's just like a freckle, an extra freckle. Yeah, like the snowflakes.
I heard their fingerprints are the same.
Whose fingerprints?
Twins' fingerprints. Are they the same?
Not from my knowledge.
Because, okay, so I'm thinking about like when they have twin zebras, identical twin zebras. They said no two zebras have the same stripes, but yet they call them twin zebras, though, because they have the same stripes. But are they really?
I don't know. Because when you look at zebras, I really like the Six Flags Safari space. And when you look at all the zebras running together at one, it's very confusing. I don't know who looked at them and was like, this is what it is. Like, it's debatable. It's very debatable.
Yeah.
God was having fun with those, especially he was like, yeah, and then they're going to run in packs. And when they run in packs, they're going to look like this. That shit fired. Like all animals, when they run in packs, they look fired. It's really pretty.
Yeah, really it is. It's made. They're creating like that to confuse them when they're in a crowd.
I would be confused, especially if I was colorblind. Like, what the fuck is that? I'm confused.
Yeah. So upon developing or whatever, what I'm saying, patterns do change on their own. So yeah, fingerprints of identical twins aren't the same, and the patterns of the zebras aren't the same, even though they're very similar, very close, but look the same. If you ask me.
Wait, what?
All of them look the damn same. All the patterns look like, I don't know. All the zebras I've seen, their pattern look the same to me, but even though I know they're different.
Yeah.
You can't tell me, I'm not going to be able to tell which ones are twins. But anywho.
No. You got to be around some zebras. That's why I'm on a bunch of animals. I like looking at animals. You get to know their personalities and stuff. You could definitely tell them apart after a while.
Yeah.
If you be around them enough. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we have.
Is he giving credit for the animals too? He's giving credit for the animals too, because it seemed like I don't.
Yeah, all the inhabitants. All the inhabitants.
Everything. Okay. And then it was Olorun that came and breathed life into them. Yeah, but he made a lot of deformed. I think a platypus was one of the deformed ones. I think a seal and walruses were some of the deformed. Like, what the fuck is a walrus? Look at a walrus body right now. What the fuck is that? Sea lions? What the fuck is that? Olorun came down and was like, what the fuck is this? You want me to breathe into this shit?
They're really cute though. I mean, but they serve a purpose because they live in the water all their life. So in the cold water. So, you know, they made, right? He made them, you know, full of blubber, you know what I'm saying? Which is like the layer of fat they have to keep them warm up under their skin. And then
They're incomplete, like some
they
like
make their flaps, they make their feet like this so they can swim, you know, like mermaids. So, you know, they just a big ass mermaids, yo. And
those
then
were the
mermaids might have
easier
been,
creations.
you know, the form creature too.
Could have been. Could have been. But that's how he became dubbed the protector of deformities, because Olodun was like, what the fuck? I think some of these people's fucked up. I don't think this is really what you meant to do, bro. This is not the blueprint. It's not what we said.
It wasn't
We
in the
wanted to
schematic
do.
at all.
And you want me to do mouth to mouth to this shit? That's wild. Y'all don't pay me enough for this.
You think he had to do mouth to mouth to each creature?
That's what I think of when they say he breathes life. I think,
you know what? He
or
probably gave me more breath. He probably gave me a little more breath than, you know, because my chest is fuller. So
it was stuck up their breath stink. Just out here breathing, staying breath into everything.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Like, listen, I made some moringa and some neem over here for y'all. My bad, my breath stink. Here you go.
Maybe he had like some bellows for some, you know, for some shit like that. I just can't imagine. Maybe he just breathing in nostrils or something. Oh,
in the nostrils, yeah. That's believable because you're actually supposed to breathe through your nostrils anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Some mouths you just don't need to be.
So he did all of this on top of a mountain or a hill or whatever. It's called the Ifa Hill. It's actually in Nigeria, and this is a very, you know, sacred hill in their culture. It's like Pride Rock.
Yeah, it's like that. That's where Oya killed herself, and
Ain't that where Yamoja jumped off the cliff? Was that on the same hill?
Yeah, it's that same thing.
We'll get to her story shortly. Her story is very it's the story of women, and it touches me in a special place. But right now we're talking about Obatala. I like Obatala. I like the energy of Obatala. He has a few different names. Let me pull up my notes. Alamo Ray, one who turns blood into children, the divine sculptor, Oh Ho Ho, the father of laughter, Alabashe, welder of the scepter of life. I guess.
Ho Ho.
Oh Ho Ho.
So that's where they get the Santa. They stole the Santa Claus from him.
Yeah.
Ho,
Oh yeah,
ho.
you was right. They did.
Yeah, he did have to look like Saint Nicholas. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. Like maybe they created the image of Kris Kringle from Obatala.
Yep.
Okay. I have his other names as Ochala or Oxala. Ochala, Ochala, or Oxala, Oxala. Yeah, that's the other names that I have. Mm-hmm. See, that's pretty dope. We got like different notes and stuff. Like because I didn't even hear those names that you had. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, with Obatala. Yeah. Oh, he was a little delayed. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so along with the Sagittarian energy or whatever, you have the 9th house, which is the cadent house. And you know, the common denominator here is service and learning. And I can really say that this was of service that he provided and a learning experience for him as well. Even from the mistakes that he had made, and Utawala had to come behind, and is it Udawala? Lord, don't let me say the name wrong. Udawala had to come behind him and correct, some of the beings here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was sitting back like, yo, how are you gonna let her, just go and just, redo my creations and stuff like that or whatever. He ain't like that. He ain't like that one bit though. But he had to
Yeah, but
learn
that
like,
was a lesson that he had to learn. Like, you want to overindulge in certain shit, like you
mm-hmm.
can't be responsible for certain stuff because look, you fucking it up. And that's where like a big, piece of wisdom comes from too.
Yeah.
And Obatala is associated with the planet that we call Jupiter. Jupiter is the Roman Greek name for it, but
Mm-hmm.
that's a planet that we now call Jupiter. And in it, in this realm, we learn about what do you call it? Like discipline, self discipline, self restraint, and self control.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool to like indulge in the things that give you joy and happiness and pleasure. And Obatala also rules over the sacral chakra. Jupiter rules over the sacral chakra, which is our chakra of joy, pleasure, sensual, pleasure seeking. We basically have the sense of touch. That's the only sense we have, is just we touch through different ways, through your eyes, the hairs in your ears, the hairs in your nose, your taste buds. They all have different sensations of touch. So it's like, how you like those touches that you like and don't like. If you like certain touches, you're bound to, overindulge. Like, it's certain things that I like to eat. I eat a lot of it. What's going to happen? You can get sick. As certain things you like to drink. You drink too much of it. What you going to do? You're going to get sick. You can get drunk. You can do this, do that. So that's what we learn here in the sacral chakra is moderation. On the and Sagittarius energy is on the masculine side of the sacral chakra. Excuse me. So this is the actual experiences that we're having. Whereas on the internal side of the sacral chakra is Maya or Pisces energy. So when you're dealing with Maya energy in the internal side, that is where your law is.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your internal moral and integral code at? How much control does it have over your actions? And you express that through your Obatala, energy sense. And that's, also aligning the fact that Obatala came down here with an egg that had all the essences of all the Orishas, and they're
Yeah.
all inside of us. And that's why we can have these kind of conversations, because that's how we were built to be. We have been taught that everything is outside of us, even the altars. I had someone correct me
Mm-hmm.
the other day about my performance. He saw my juju music performance and hit me up and was like, "Oh, just want to let you know you can only light 3 candles for a leg while." Da, 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 da. And I'm like, bro, I'm the altar. I do what I want to do. My altar. Ain't no altar outside of me. I could make some pretty shit on a desk or a table or whatever, make it look nice, and call it
Yeah.
an altar, but I'm the altar.
Mm-hmm.
I know what
That's,
I'm doing. I got this, baby.
yeah. Even so, it's still like organization. It's still like an organized, like, religions with different
Yeah, I respect them.
denominations or whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
I respect them. That's why I don't go around and say I'm an Ephra priest or a priestess, because I don't follow what y'all do. I
Mm-hmm.
don't believe. I don't 100% believe in what y'all do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the shit. Ain't no shit on no table for me in my world. Respectfully speaking, I'm the
Mm-hmm.
shit. I'm the table. I'm the candles. I'm the fire. I'm the glass of clean water. I'm all of that.
Indeed.
And I find that interesting that people put so much energy into creating an altar outside of themselves and then turn around and say, "Oh, I'm about to go to Wendy's." So you gonna put some Wendy's inside of your altar while you got this beautiful meal set up on the outside. You got on holy ass clothes on your altar. You ain't wash yourself on your altar and all. You don't take care of your body. You don't take care of your altar, but you put all this effort into this altar outside of you. Like, what?
Because everything is externalized.
Yeah, everything externalized.
Some people only, I'm not going to say everybody, but some people only internalize things only when it comes to this spirituality, when they're practicing it amongst the collective, and only in their own personal space or whatever. But they don't always practice that when you're amongst other people who that are outside of your spiritual belief or whatever, or you know, in the the physical, they just don't. They don't always follow the guidelines of what they're supposed to practice, in everyday basis, every minute, every second, every hour, whatever. We're all not perfect or whatever. So we all don't follow our spirituality sometimes, the righteous way to go about things. Sometimes we go left or sometimes we go right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the balance. But I mean, just too common that you show up like this, like, damn, are you even about what you say you are?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when do you practice this shit?
I internalize everything deeply.
Yeah, I internalize a lot of shit. I ain't got no choice but to, because I'm real and I feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? And when I internalize, it affects me, and it's also going to affect you too.
Mm-hmm.
Do we stop and think every time before we make an action? When we transgress against other people, we might not. Do we give it a second thought sometimes? We might not. Maybe it'll be later. I know I get second thoughts about shit. I really feel bad when I hurt people's feelings, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Even though I do, but I feel bad about it. Some people can hurt people's feelings, or, do some wrongful or hateful ass shit towards them and don't even have a second thought about it. And just keep on going on with their life, their religions, their spiritualities, and what have you.
Yeah, because they owe all that shit to convince them. All they gotta do is say I'm sorry, and it's like it never happened.
Yeah, right. So but that's the lesson that people gonna have to learn. Eventually you'll learn that lesson. Just like eventually Obatala had to learn his lesson. Overindulging and overdoing things without having a second thought about what you're doing or whatever. Maybe he might have been really joyous in creating his humans, where he wanted to celebrate and have him some wine and creating everything else or whatever, but he didn't recognize that by him doing so, like, shit was being fucked up. He might have thought it was unique, some of the other things that weren't turned out the way they were supposed to turn out.
Look, it's a Picasso.
You're like, you know what? I mean, who has never been to a job under the influence, though? You know what I'm saying? I've done plenty of work under the influence of alcohol, weed.
You wasn't out here creating one eye, one horn, flying purple people eaters, and then trying to train humans to love them.
Listen, that's why we have recalls on shit, okay? I know I fucked up.
They be trying. That's the thing. They be trying to have recalls, but we be fighting. Like, wait a minute. We have all these scientific studies. We can defy. We can make sure they stay alive. And they're like, nah, we trying to recall. We fucked up. Let us have them back. We got to do over.
Oh, child. I wish I could have a few. Child, it's few recalls I needed them. Recall my energy back. Okay?
That's what I like. I know it be sounding a little cutthroat a little bit, but I'm kind of a dark. I know Darwinist is not the total. I don't like to use that name because fuck him. But I feel like I'm a Darwinist in that aspect. Like, some people are just not meant to survive. Like, let them have their recall. Like, we be like, if I had a child and I knew that they had to spend the rest of their life in a certain level of pain and discomfort, I wouldn't want that for them. I would want them to go somewhere else where they could be like in physical peace. Like, you shouldn't have to live a whole life in pain and you can't communicate to people what you really want to say and stuff like that. Like, I don't think that's fair. I think that after a while, you got to realize that you're fighting a selfish battle. And that's just me personally. Now, to other parents who feel like they're doing a good job and they're trying their best and they're fighting, more power to you. I get it, but me personally, I wouldn't want that for my baby, because anything could happen to me on any day, and I gotta hope that you're in the care of other people that's going to do for you, because there's never going to be a space and time when you can do for yourself, and that's corny. That's not fair. Unless you was a shitty person in your past life and this is your hell, then
some people
my bad.
You could have had. I'm pretty sure I'd have had some shitty ass past lives reflecting in my current lives. You know what I'm saying? Like in some situations where it occurs, like, well, damn, like how the fuck did I treat people? But you know, it is what it is. You know, it's like it's a balance. Definitely a balance there because I really have some really stupendous days. You know, where I have my in my human experiences, and then all in the same day, be like. This is some bullshit at the same fucking time. I woke up today and it was just great. And then later on, like it's some bullshit. Like what? I didn't deserve this today. I thought today was gonna be a good day. I was cubing out this bitch, you know what I'm saying, for half of the day.
It's always a good day for me. I always play Action Bronson in my head. It's the part where he be like, and I'm just trying to live my best life. My niggas always trying to fuck it up. And that's the part I get to when somebody try to fuck it up. And I be like, and then I go back to the rest of the song. You tried, and I'm still living my best life.
Indeed. Yeah.
I'm very self-centered. Like, I feel like the more I walk into the space, the more self-centered I become. And if I'm not around other self-centered people, you kind of gonna get pushed to the side. Like you gotta be this self-centered to ride this ride.
Well,
or you're gonna feel like I'm a piece of shit.
Where's your ninth house place at, sis?
My ninth house? Good question.
Yeah.
Let's find the answer.
I only have one.
You only have one?
I have one, and mine is in Aries. You know how I feel about the motherfucking
house.
That's good.
What was you about to say? I didn't mean to cut your wisdom.
No, I was saying, you know, I only have one ninth house placement, and that's in Aries in my, you know, in my North Node.
Really?
Yeah, really. So,
for those of you guys who don't know, Obatala is associated with Sagittarius energy, which is associated with the ninth house. The ninth house is the house of, you know, where you expand your inner philosophical self, your wisdom of sorts.
Yeah, understanding. The philosophy, wisdom. That's heavy with the Sagittarian energy, though, and Jupiter energy, though. So, yeah.
Yeah.
The ninth house is very suiting for it. Higher self, higher learning. You know, you get higher learning from mistakes that you make as well.
This house rules over travel, philosophy, and higher education. Natal planets in this house show an extremely curious and inquisitive energy with deep-rooted wanderlust. Planets transiting through this house help us to begin studying a new topic, move to a foreign location, or adopt a different perspective. This is the house of philosophy. This is also associated with Het Heru or Khonsu in Egyptian ancient Kemetic zodiac energy as well. Yeah. It's associated with Al-Ghaus in Arabic astrology. The rat in Chinese astrology. Guru and the Navagrahas, which is the Indian names of the 9 planets. And then Vedic is Dhanus, Dhanus. And it's Pisces zodiac. Mayat is the Netter, universal love, law, justice, and truth. Oh no. I'm sorry. Jupiter also rules over Pisces too, y'all. But let's go back to Sagittarius. Sagittarius is associated with Tahuti, Oracle, and Sage, which is wisdom. The second sphere in the tree of life, which is the power of knowing and manifesting. We're dealing with the brow chakra, also the sacral chakra, with the brow in this realm. And in the Kabbalah, we're dealing with chokmah, which is wisdom. That is part of the top three spheres. Oh, where'd Danielle go? And then she like, you got Keter at the top, then you have chokmah, which is wisdom and understanding. That's your triangle at the top of your head. What was I looking for? Oh, and in Native American astrology or horoscope, we're also this is my personal notebook that I've created over the years. Where is it? Oh, there she is. I'm like, where'd you go? In astrocartography, Obatala rules over Kenya, Libya, Mount Mauritius, whatever that Moor space, Bangladesh, Barbados, Cameroon, Kazakhstan, Australia, Chile, Hungary, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, South Africa, Spain. The cities that Obatala rules over is Budapest, Naples, Nottingham, Sutherland, Stuttgart, and Toronto. I don't know if you ever paid attention to like the map, and sometimes when you zoom into the map, you'll see the zodiac. Like, oh, this is Capricorn area, this is Cancer. That's the Sagittarius areas. The all right, so my ninth house. Let's see. I was stalling.
I didn't even know I was on mute.
I didn't know you was. Oh, I didn't know you was talking. My bad. I thought you just stared really. Yeah, I don't know.
I was saying as you was reading where Obatala, where you know they have cities and towns named after him or what have you. I was just thinking about all the placements and where I was on my astrocartography chart. Yeah, all my shit was in the water. I was like, yeah.
Oh, so, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, well, Obatala was out there. He was out there, you know, because I was looking at the Jupiter. I was looking at the Jupiter one, right? The Jupiter line. So I'm like, okay, so he out there with me.
All right, my Aries, which is my primordial feminine energy, that's in the ninth house. My ninth house is ruled by Aries, so new beginnings on my philosophies and generous self and all that fun stuff, taking initiative and all that. And that's fun. I love it here. I be feeling good about myself.
You say it's in Aries?
Yeah. My ninth house is ruled by Aries.
Oh, okay. Mine too.
Cool.
Dope.
We out here expanding mindsets, new beginnings, hoes.
Yeah. Aries be irritating me though.
I have a friend that's an Aries. That's my buddy. I love him.
I have a few friends that are Aries. And like I say, there's some I really, really love, and then there's some I really, really dislike.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have a soft spot for him though, like my Sagittarius. I do have a soft spot for him.
And I love Sagittarius. I had a good friend that was Sagittarius. He kept disappearing though. He I don't know. But I do see where like if you with them, when they overindulge in their sacral chakra, they get popped on their hand real fast. Like it don't take much for them to have to like whip back up. Like that's their experience.
Yeah, I know a few of them that's overindulged. Every last one of them I know they overindulged though.
And if you notice, a lot of them be surrounded by earth sign people and stuff like that because that's what they need.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. What are they? A fire sign?
That can be impatient, all over the place. Can be hot tempered.
Tell me about it.
And Sagittarius energy is about indulging and you can indulge to where you become engulfed. So for people that have like stellums and Sagittarius, depending on the actual planets, but this energy can go into the realms of addiction and obsession.
Yeah, you can consume that shit like the fire. You know what I'm saying? You can get
Mm-hmm.
consumed by that fire.
Definitely can.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you got to go back to the Pisces energy on the other side of the sacral chakra, the Mayat. You got to go back to your internal law. And that's why people like, they say when you are coming out of addiction or whatever, you should never go to religion because you're going to become just as addicted to that. But it's like, that's why they kind of go hand in hand, though. A lot of the different addiction meetings be in churches and stuff like that. Like, even like subconsciously, people know, like, you got to go back to Mayat to get your Sagittarian energy back in order.
Because when you're addicted to one thing, you can be addicted to another. You know, addiction is the disease, right? So you know, you don't know, you just imbalance. You know, you're overdoing shit. You know,
Right.
yeah. Some people could smoke crack and function daily. You know what I'm saying, on the regular because they're not addicted to crack. They just babysit and smoke that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Just a
And still
little
function
bump here and
well
there.
at work, but that's just their drug of choice.
Right.
Some people are full-fledged fiends out here, you know what I'm saying? And they aren't doing anything else. They don't even wash their ass. They do everything for the crack, you know? The functional crackhead, they will, and it isn't even righteous to call them a crackhead if they're not really addicted to it like that. They just prefer smoking crack. But I don't know. But yeah, at least they will work to maintain their, you know, their livelihood and other shit like that. They just haven't been consumed by it, overindulged in it, you know. But
if
yeah,
you
when you
want to
are
follow Obatala, you cannot be drunk. You cannot be impure at all. It is best to fast. If you're going to cook for Obatala, you have to purify yourselves in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. You
right.
have to spend 365 times going 5 miles per hour. No salt in your diet. And you know what? That supports my theory that we don't have magic because there's salt in all of our food. And we don't need salt for taste. We got a lot of different herbs and spices and vegetables that we can dry, crush up, and put on our food. We don't need salt. But I really believe in my spirit that us having so much salt in our diets and in our bodies stop us from engaging in magic. Because in all the movies and shit, what do? They put salt at the threshold. It's salt in our threshold. When you start looking at yourself like you're the altar, you're the temple, you're the house, you'll realize it's salt in all of your thresholds. It's all up in your veins, your arteries, everywhere. So anyway,
okay.
No salt in your body. No, you got to be sober or you're gonna get pulled over.
And get a DUI.
Yeah, because all the room gonna be like, I'm not breathing into no more bullshit, bro.
Oh, no sex. You cannot.
Yeah, no sex. You cannot have sex. Nope. No
I'm
sex
looking for the ones who
no sex in the champagne.
I want a man who worships Obatala. He's abstinent.
Yes, he's pure. He's as pure as eggs. And he likes to eat white stuff, which, you know, it wasn't intentional at first that I was eating dragon fruit, but I was like, oh shit, I'm eating white shit. Cool. But he likes to eat snails, white yams, white hens, snails, white melon soup, pounded yams, and other white food such as corn, plantain leaves. You can do the yams. I ain't never had no white yams. In fact, me Obatala must not like me too much because I try to stay away from white food. I stay away from white bread, white potatoes. I'll eat white rice. I don't mind. I like a little sticky rice. You know what I'm saying?
Jasmine rice.
But I try to stay away from the white shit. No white sugar, no white salt.
What I was gonna say, there's white sweet potatoes. Yeah, I had made some one time by mistake. I had never had a white sweet potato, or white yam, or white sweet potato before. So I cooked it down with some curry chicken. It actually was pretty good accent to the curry chicken with the mild sweetness that the yam.
Nice, a little sweet and salty, sweet and spicy. That's nice.
I liked it. It was very delicious, and I found it at the grocery store. You know, the local pig store or whatever, the Piggly Wiggly, and I could not find it no more after that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've had all kind of yam though. I had a purple yam. I had some blue yam. They're really delicious. I love yams, but yeah, the white yam is surprisingly good.
I've never been a yam connoisseur. I love potatoes though. I do love potatoes.
Yeah, you
Mine are
like
the purple
fries
ones. I
and
like
tater
purple potatoes.
tots.
Yeah, I love fries and tater tots. That's my go-to.
Yeah, so
After a
maybe
while,
maybe
everybody
maybe
who
your
dates me learns to love fries and tater tots with me.
maybe he resonates within your solar plexus.
Oh, okay. That's how I feed. I feed him through fries and tater tots because that is definitely my go-to. In fact, when I finish this, I'm going to eat some tater tots.
No, sis, fries and tater tots I don't think is pure enough.
Yeah, because it got salt in it, right? I don't be pure because one thing about Nika, you got to catch me on
Well,
Ramadan. That's one thing. That's the only time you're going to catch me.
I know I definitely I would have to get myself all the way right. I don't own anything probably any garments of white. Girl, everything is black around here.
I do, and that's only because I was going to the MSTA for a little while. So I got my white garb, but when you go there on Sundays, you gotta wear white.
Yeah.
I felt pretty. I felt like a little pretty princess. When I stand up, the men stand up. I'm like, ooh, I like this. I got something to say.
I wonder why do we look at it like that as white being representation of purity.
I mean, it's not about the racist thing.
No, not racist. I'm just the color of white.
It's always been that color for us. That's why the niggas call themselves white. They like, oh, this is how you feel about white. All right, we're white. Like, nigga, fuck you. I know what white is. You is not white.
I like
You
wearing a
is
lot of black. I like
transparent.
a lot of darkness or whatever. I like a lot of black. I like a lot of darker.
Black is good too, though. Black is everybody. That's Oya. We talked about Oya being black and maroon and gold and purple and red, leg wise black. We're gonna get into the black deities.
Yeah, I don't look
Obatala
at
is
the
just
color
like
white for real. I don't like anything white colored for real, for real.
I think people that's into like Obatala for real, those are like our fairies and those very light-hearted people and shit that we be trying to protect and shit.
Yeah.
The innocent, the babies, the children, people with deformities. Like there's a lot of people like you look at them and they be like, oh, they're so innocent, they're so sweet. Like I know
Mm.
I used to have a lot of male friends and girlfriends that were so like sweet like that. Like they just feel like pastel colors, and it seemed like they always attract people that be trying to test that shit.
Yeah.
Like they're so nice, leave them alone.
Um, but I like Obatala though. I like what he represents.
Mm-hmm.
I even like the mistakes that he made because even beautiful creations came out of the mistakes that he had.
Right,
His decisions.
right. It also represents like responsibility and
Yeah.
accountability. Like we all fall short. We all fall into our sacral chakra and overindulge and stuff like that. But if you're not being accountable, you're gonna keep doing it, And that was the thing with him. He was accountable, so he stopped doing it, and then even stopped doing it so much he became extreme about it. And was like, all right, no salt, no sex. Everybody wear white. I only
You better
eat
not
white
be drunk.
shit.
You better not be drinking. Okay. So it's still extreme, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that is an extreme right there. Like, not to have
Yes.
like you cannot help but to have salt it may not be contained in your diet, but it is in your body though. You have to have it in your body. It is a mineral that we need. So is that what was one of the requirements that you could not have any salt in your body?
More so like, move. More so like the food salt intake.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah. He is known as the owner of the heads, so the head is a symbolic representation of intelligence, higher education, deeper understanding, and that resonates with the ninth house as well. So so all right, so he's the head of the body then. And you said Adulamara was the brain. Oh, we didn't give a body part for Oya.
Oya rules over the solar plexus chakra. That's the gut.
Yeah.
Oya is more so of an action than she is like a because she rules over the masculine side of the solar plexus. So it's kind of like Aries is the fire in your gut that gives you the signal to do XYZ. Oya is the actual XYZ.
So you have the adrenaline gland and the adrenaline rush.
Yeah, you kind of like in your endocrine system when you're dealing with Oya and Ogun.
So is that correct for Obatala?
Obatala is the reproductive and the nerve sensories of the nerve endings, because it's all about touch there and sensual pleasure. So like, my taste buds touch this and like the way it tastes. My ears touch this kind of sound and it likes the way it sounds. My eyes touch this, I like the way it looks. You can overindulge in it or you can suppress it. Like my Lilith is in Sagittarius, so I do get that, teeter totter. In my youth, I used to overindulge, and then after a while, I learned to suppress it. I'm trying to find an equilibrium, if you will.
Mine's in Gemini.
Yours in Gemini.
Mm.
Oh, the Geminis turn you on. Sagittarius is fun. I don't think I've ever dated a Sagittarius.
I don't date Sagittarius.
I don't think you can. I don't think that's what you do with them.
I don't date Sagittarius. I love them though, but I don't date Sagittarius. I can't do Gemini because of my baby daddy. And it's not like they really as bad as, what I'm saying, people make them seem or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because
in my world they are. All the Geminis and the Cancers, I've had to call the cops.
You really
I had to get higher power involved, because what is your problem?
It really was like a thing, like with me and him. It was like, it was very comedial with me and him. You know what I'm saying? And then he'll like try to wipe out, because he's mad. He'll try to wipe out the whole essence of everything with the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like me and you weren't together.
Yeah.
Like that. And then call me back 5 minutes later. I love you, D. Me and you are friends. I love you.
Yeah,
I just want my family back. I like, yo, you need to move on. Well, fuck you then.
I was so confused. I used to get letters in the mail like, I'm gonna find you.
You know you love me. You know you love me. Like, yo, get off my fucking line, you clown.
Yes, there's some that can be back and forthy. I do like them as friends though, because they're smart. I've been attracting a lot of Gemini women. But Sagittarius?
Yeah, Gemini women I don't. I love my Gemini. I love my Gemini sis or whatever. Just as far as like dealing with the Gemini males, like that is the extreme or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But they don't know, they can't handle themselves. they don't know how to handle themselves.
They just need grounding. I got a few Gemini people in a lot of my circles. It's just, finding that grounding focus. Like you gotta say what you want, and then you really mean that's what you want, and then when you receive
they
it,
kind of remind me of fucking Aquarius or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They be having like
air.
back and forth or whatever with themselves and shit like that. Like
my Mars is in Gemini, I get it.
Yeah. So Yeah.
I'll be motivated. I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. All right, I'm just gonna stare at this wall.
I mean, you know, it is what it is though. Because like I said, my little is in Gemini, whatever. So you know, I probably be back and forth in that department. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Yeah, it's the energy you suppressing yourself. It triggers you and you see it in somebody else.
Yeah, it's my Chiron as well. So you know, fuck
Really?
it. It is what it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, one of my friends, he told me, he said, yo, Danielle, I don't know why you're so emotional, man. He said, you get real emotional about shit. I'm like, I'm not really that emotional, whatever. I'm really passionate about what the fuck I said, and I say what the hell I mean, though. You know what I'm saying? It is what the fuck it is. It's that people don't like what I say. People are not always receptive of me opening my mouth, you know, and expressing myself because I'm actually showing you some emotion, and usually I'm not. And that ain't where you want to be at. Damn, it's hot up in here. Why am I don't know what's wrong with my camera, why it's doing this. Okay, here we go. All right. Here we go. Voila. Damn, it's hot as hell up in here. Okay, so what we was on again.
Obatala.
Do we have any pictures of Obatala we can show?
I didn't do the slide this time, y'all.
I got one. I got one. I got a picture. If I can turn my camera around. Not like that. You see him?
Also, pop.
This is my favorite picture of him, though. We got the same potato forehead, though. I ain't gonna hold you. So that's wisdom right there. Do you see it? So, yeah. He is the head, though. He represents the head. So that's why it's like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of like pop-pops wearing white clothes.
Mm-hmm. That was my favorite though.
I don't know. My screen taken. My screen sharing is happening, but I was trying to. Who was he married to?
Yamaya.
Okay, yeah. This one is him. Obatala and Yamaya. And that's an alignment. That's a dope alignment between fire and water. You know, that's also coming back to the fact that Chokma and Bina, you know, are a part of the triangle in the head. You got Keter at the top, Chokma, which is Obatala, Sagittarius energy, and then Bina, which is Cancer energy. That's understanding. So you have that triangle happening there.
I don't know
As
what
it
they
does
got going
those below.
on in this picture right here with his dress on though. It looked like a wedding gown. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know about that one. But I like him right here with his staff in his hand.
Can I share my screen? I don't know if it's showing up.
Oh, here's the picture right here. Okay, that's cool. There's a picture of him pouring the earth down with the hand. I see the hand that you're talking about. That's cute.
So yeah, he's always in all white. You know, he got his white beads and things. He got his satchel, his hen, his, you know, you might see like a golden egg to show like, you know, the other items that he had with him when he was creating people. When you are,
Where did chicken come from though?
the hen? Oh, those were other things that he was given. See? The bird, yeah. That helped spread the firmament and created like the lumpy firmament to where it was hills and valleys, and then he was able to stop on Ifa Hill and make the people because the hill was high enough for him to stand on. See, look, here go one. I'm showing the hint. Helping
that's
him
the one I
spread.
was looking at.
I mean, he's a very handsome man.
He was very handsome man. Yes, indeed.
That's nice. So that's a
Here we go with the Achala. I think it's pronounced with a CH if it's an X.
Mm.
And then they have
also associated with tarot cards. He's associated with the Wheel of Fortune card.
oh. How you invoke Obatala with prayers to ask for peace and protection. You know what? I like how Google tried to put Dr. Sebi down there in the pictures and all these other men who look like him and they resemble him with these ears and stuff and the facial features for Obatala.
The Wheel of Fortune card. The last attribute of the 10 Sephiroth lights is called Malkut or kingship because through the world of the king rules. These So it's the Wheel of Fortune card and the World card, and these cards represent the physical earth and have a more powerful voice than any other card. People who draw these cards are often being spoken to from heaven. The world is signified by a naked woman. Its mate, the Wheel of Fortune, is an orb with an armed lion at the top and the opposer and the snake at the bottom. Upon the disc of the four letters Torah are written in the spaces between the four letters of the name of the creator, which is Yahweh, YHVH. Both the world and the Wheel of Fortune have a primordial symbol of animal life in each corner. The lion, source of all wild animals, the ox, source of all domesticated animals, the eagle, source of fish and birds, and the human. The culminating voice of all the cards, they have the double meaning of both earth and woman, synonymous with the goddess energy known as Sheena. She is godly presence that hovers over us like a bird over her young. She feels our pain and our joy as she quietly accompanies us through the years of our life. The world card pertains to the speech of the heavens expressed in tangible physical form in the world. You need not be a venerated person to have heaven speak to you. In fact, heavenly voices come more readily to the simple people, as it is said. God loves the simple people. That is why there are so many of them. The learned tend to hear the harsh decrees, while the rest of the people hear the soft words of the Creator. That's wild. The Wheel of Fortune conveys the subtle, intangible speech of heaven. There are certain things that happen in life that have the irrevocable stamp of the Creator. They might be positive in nature or detrimental, but you know whence they came and who sent them. And that's in the Kabbalistic tarot, aligning the Sagittarius energy to tarot cards. It's associated with the Wheel of Fortune card, and I want to say the Temperance card too. Hold on. It's temperance for action.
Yes, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking for the prayers.
The Emperor and the Empress is what's associated with Chokma and Bina. We know Chokma is Obatala, that's Sagittarius energy. That's also associated with the fact that Obatala rules the mind, right? This is the realm of wisdom. So this is the Emperor and Empress card. Chokma, Bina, Obatala, and Yamoja. Wisdom and understanding. On both cards, an imperial figure sits on the throne, a man and a woman, each with a crowned head. The right side of the brain conducts through a thin line of light the soul's directives through what is called Hebrew chokmah or power of what. The spirit world enters the physical in a burst of energy that the right side of the brain perceives as a question what. The power of what is the power to awaken and be conscious. The what sees everything but has no words to describe what is seen. The what is the smallest point of lightning rod that the bolt of lightning seeks. It is through the smallness and humility of the what, and not by returning the light through the ego of our intellect, that the soul is allowed entry into the body. Moses, our teacher, who received the Torah through his attribute of humility, is often quoted in vexing times as saying, Mount Anuknu, or what are we? The brain perceives the light from the soul as a palette of swirling colors. This primal blend in vivid hues is compressed into a snapshot of the soul's communication. The right side of the brain receives this communication. The imperial pair, the emperor and the empress, send this message to the left side of the brain to be processed and understood. That's when we get into Bina. The emperor represents the vision of the soul. He sees what is apparent, while the empress represents the inner vision. That's when we get into the sun versus the moon. Male, masculine versus feminine, female. The empress represents the inner vision. She reads between the lines. We can think of the emperor as embodying sight, and the empress as insight. And then that's when we get into sensual pleasure too, because sight is the touch of the eyes, how the light is touching the eyes. We like certain light and we dislike other light, and that's our interpretation of the touch of that. But yeah, the emperor card is Chokma, Sagittarius, ruling the mind energy. To remind you guys that the tarot cards are flashcards that we used to use when the Torah and the Kabbalah and all those were banned. The tarot card was what we used to still stay in tune with the energy.
I had some requests for like the prayers to Obatala. It says you can ask Obatala for support in being considered the judge of causes in the Virgo Pantheon. We can ask for help in matters in which the injustices are suffered. Ask for him to intervene efficiently in the face of health problems. You could ask for him, due to his power over thoughts and dreams, we can ask him through prayers to help us have calm, peace, patience, and tranquility and mental health. I think that's really big on a mental health thing because, some folks were deformed as hell.
I think that's a big thing that we're falling into now with Obatala is people's mental health. It's a big play, being made on that, especially through social media. I spoke of that a lot to keep convincing people that their wisdom is off.
Yeah, it's just that people are more, people share their thoughts a lot more through writing and through social media. They say things that they normally wouldn't say to you, like in person, physically. People don't correct so much, as they usually would if you was in their presence, and do all other kind of crazy shit. It's something else when you're in front of that camera or behind that camera.
Right.
Yeah. And some people prefer people on camera than actually in the physical. Which is weird. But okay. They got some typos right here on this. I ain't gonna, and this is one of the EFO websites. But it says you can pray to her for help in conceiving children. Maybe they meant you can pray to him for help in conceiving children. Infertile women, yeah, it does. Infertile women or women with problems during pregnancy actually participate in a positive way in the gestation and formation of the embryo in the womb. I mean, so
Well, remember when I told you the Orishas there are certain tales where they say all the Orishas were originally all feminine energies. None of them was masculine. The masculine mindset is newer in some cultures, not everybody's.
I was just thinking about it in the sense like relatable to him, being that he is responsible for the design of the human body, and also the ones that function,
Excuse me.
and all the parts that function as they should, and then also responsible for the parts that are not functioning as they should. Um, so that's a lot of responsibility to be responsible for a human, y'all. Creation of it.
It
So
is.
we have a look. We have, of course, by us, having our children, we get to experience. We're responsible for them every minute, every hour of the day, or whatever. At least that's how they want us to be when they reach a certain age. Still, you're like, damn, you're responsible for yourself now. But that's hard. That's hard for them to intake. So
Right.
they don't digest it like that until they want to become like adults and make adult decisions. And then we still intervene with that. But anyway, you can praise him for his energy to emanate in our lives of wisdom, stability, attract good interpersonal relationships, true love, and good negotiations. That is a good one right there, too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It is also invoked to protect ourselves from enemies when we are victims of witchcraft and sorcery, especially Paleros or Mayo Embros. What's Mayo Embros?
Mm-hmm. I never heard that before. I thought we were playing on the word embryos.
Mayom Barrows.
Mm-hmm.
Sinsamaya. Dang it. Yo, I told y'all to search Mayo Embro. Mayom Barrow. Mayom Barrow. I guess that's a Spanish word. I don't know. But they're not telling me what that means. Palomayombre. Okay, dark rituals involving human and animal remains. Okay, like voodoo. Okay.
Okay.
Like when you get casted some spells on voodoo, whatever, what have you. Okay, I got you. Dark spells though. Darkness, everybody. Darkness, darkness.
Mm-hmm. We also dealing with the second sphere in the tree of life. So when you get, y'all know I love Metu Netter, so you knew I was going there. When you get into Metu Netter, we're talking about the second stage of manifestation. This is when consciousness becomes aware that its energy or matter is essentially unconditioned and can be assumed any conceivable form. This is the basis of omniscience. This is like, I could do anything. When we get into the cosmogony part of it, of the correspondence, when we deal with the second sphere, we're dealing with the will, creating creative faculties. We're getting into the sphere of creation here. That's in alignment with the fact that Obatala was the one that formed the firmament of the body and of all the beings, as well as the firmament that we stand on. And it also supports our theory from our one episode, sis, that Earth is not round, because my man's did not make no ball. He sent some sand and he had the hen and she was doing this. Wasn't nobody making a ball doing no bullshit like this, cuz he was like this.
How can you?
You can't. So ain't no balls around here. I never even seen a perfect. I wouldn't even call a ball perfect, because who said it was perfect? I don't even see like stones and sand pebbles and shit like that. I've never seen anything on Earth that is a sphere that wasn't tampered with by a human hand to make it a sphere. Like the eyeball, not even a perfect sphere. Like nothing is spherical here. None of our organs is a sphere. Your cells in your body, your blood cells aren't even a sphere. They look like little tablets.
I'm trying to think like maybe the pupil might be the closest thing, and that's it. But it's not even a sphere. It's just
not
round,
even a sphere. Yeah, it's round. That's the adjective. It's kind of a circle. It's round.
But it's not actually a sphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to find the noun on our body that is a sphere.
The sphere 2 on the faculty of man's spirit, it responds to the will of God, understanding there are no limits to manifestations, learning the who, what, when, where, how, why to respond, why to God brings a unity and harmony among all, as is recognized all wills are one. So, that comes back to like, Foxy Roxy, she does pronoria star seed, saying the universe is always working in your favor. Like the things you want to manifest is it in alignment with, the will of God. So all the wills are, essentially one.
Yeah, even if the favors are temporary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the Tahuti sphere, the sphere of knowledge. Tahuti was a smart cookie. The archangel Raziel, which is the secrets of God, angel of mystery. Where's my bookmark? Yes. In comedic, it's Tahuti. Canaanite, it's Raphael. The Kabbalah is Chokmah. And Yoruba, we go. They go back and forth between Obatala and Oromila. Because I got Obatala is Asar, Metatron, Kether, Obatala. But that's associated with Aquarius energy. That's not Sagittarius. Sagittarius on the other side. So it'd be like a back and forth between the Kabbalah and this thing. Because, once upon a time, we didn't give recognition to all the planets that we give recognition to now, which kind of split up some of the zodiacs. Jupiter rules over Aquarius and Sagittarius. So they have Jupiter associated with Oromila and Obatala. And that's why you'll hear a lot of stories where they'll give Oromila is associated with Leo energy, which is the sun, which is, how the light sheds on things. That's how we see it. That's what's in our experience. Versus Obatala actually ruling the wisdom of mind in the creation of firmament. But sometimes they go back and forth in their stories. Or Olurun was another one too, right? Olurun being the higher deity and going back and forth between Oromila, which is Leo energy, and Obatala firmament. So it's the thin line.
It is.
It's a thin line.
It is. That's all we got for right now. Unless you got any more, sis. I was going through a lot of the prayers.
No, y'all could check me out on Sunday service. I did this in Sunday service. That's where I got all the other stuff. When you get into all the other religions and the walks of life, I get into the circle 7 a little bit on it and stuff like that. But this is all on Obatala. Like, we went over everything. It was more so the energy, how they contributed to the genesis of humans, and he's also associated with the coconut. You can communicate through the coconut with the Orishas. He assigned each Orisha a coconut or like a responsibility. Him and Babalao got into a little tussle. He won. So it seems like he has hands because
he got to have hands. He the OG. You can't get beat by this.
Yeah.
What the hell?
And he's like that person that just got done the AA meeting. Now he is super duper Bible told her you gotta be pure over here. You can't
Hey,
have no salt, no sex, no colors on your clothes. Keep it
don't
white, keep it
touch
tight.
me, cause
Which
I'm
is
close to the edge.
right. So him and Oya can go back and forth because Oya is associated with the rainbow cloth, whereas this cloth is white. So you could feel the solar plexus and the sacral chakra head. They little back and forth a little bit. But yeah, that's what I got for that.
I like how we added more information, you know, with the astrology aspects of it. You know, that's our signature on Virgo Virgin Talk. We're gonna throw some astrology in there, some type of way, some numerology,
Hmm.
some of the Kabbalah, and all that.
We also deal with Ophiuchus here in this energy too. So the wisdom is also coming
Mhm.
from the realm of health, the state of health,
Mhm.
your healthy state, which the sacral chakra is big on too, because the sacral chakra is in alignment with your nerve endings.
Mhm.
Chokma comes from the mindset. Your nerve endings is touch. We're dealing with our sensual self. You got Maya on the other side, which is Neptune Pisces, the actual. Now you got the nervous system and the endocrine system moving hand in hand in your sacral chakra, to let you know what feels good, but also to let you know what feels bad because you've
Mhm.
overindulged in something. So, paying attention to your health is essential. We have like 14 zodiacs that the sun goes through. Ophiuchus is one of them, which kind of cuts Sagittarius energy kind of short. So Ophiuchus actually begins like that first week of December and takes us into actually no, Sagittarius first, and then it's Ophiuchus we get into like the end of the first week of December and then brings us into Capricorn energy. So you have the first half of Sagittarius being Sagittarius and the second half of Sagittarius being Ophiuchus energy. So all of that is associated. The letters associated with Sagittarius is the letters R and S. Um, Ritual, rise, faith, serpent, and health are words associated with this energy. So, and on the TV screen, because we know that there's a lot of powers that be that broadcast their rituals on the television. You will see some different rituals going on to invoke certain energies around this space and time. You know, and then we
Celebrate
go
Obatala on September the 24th. So you celebrate them in the beginning of
harvest.
yeah.
And that's cool because we enter in like Libra overscale,
Mhm.
enter in the equinox and stuff like that. You do want to enter that space into at a level of purity. Oh, I was fasting around that time, but I did
Mhm.
not stay pure.
It's okay.
I
You can
tried
always hit reset.
reset, try
One
again
thing. One thing was being cleansed.
later. When it comes to Jupiter, Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. That's to remind you of the union between Obatala and Yamoja or Chakma Ambina. Is debilitated in Capricorn, which is your root chakra, the external side of your root chakra. The root chakra, if it's imbalanced in any type of way, it can either suppress your sacral chakra or it can let your sacral chakra go rampant. Babalao is the Capricorn energy. Babalao is the judger. Jupiter owns Sagittarius energy, which we know. Jupiter is friends with the sun, which is our experiences. We love to have Jupiter experiences. We love it here. You can follow Jupiter on your astrocartography chart if you want to have more Jupiter type experiences. The moon is also, friends with Jupiter because we love to feel Jupiter energy. We love that to be how we read in between the lines. Everybody wants to stay in an optimistic, generous point of view. It feels good here. And then, of course, Jupiter is friends with Jupiter. Jupiter's enemy is Mercury because
Hey.
Mercury can be the overthinker.
Mhm.
Mercury deals with habitual discipline and routine, whereas Jupiter is more expanded. Mercury deals with the sixth house, just very concise. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we do these things. Mercury is associated with Sebek, which is obsessed with labeling and separatism and compartmentalizing. So Jupiter
I
energy
don't
is
really.
really feeling the compartmentalization energy. That's like in that movie with Little Rel and Ludacris. Ludacris is really a Virgo too. Oh shit. So Ludacris
Yes.
is Mercury and Little Rel is Jupiter. And he's the ho Sagittarius, and he just so happens to play Sienna in the movie. And so like that's basically the energy between Jupiter and Mercury.
You know what? Even though I'm a Virgo as well, and I don't like routines like that though.
I need it.
Yeah, I didn't say I didn't need it. I don't like it. I'm definitely trying to shift it to my my Sagittarian type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
routines bore me. It bore me. It's necessary, yes. I mean, I set shit up, you know what I'm saying, and have certain time, and I like organization. I like, to operate that way. But I do get bored after a while. I do
do too.
That's how I used to feel like going to a job every day, going to the same job every day, doing the same shit every day, like a robot. That's why I like to move around and shit. I move around and shit like air though, or like water.
I do like to move like more like water than air. Air gives me anxiety. I can't do too much of the air. It's too much. It's fun though, but like I could feel myself dropping the ball in certain areas and stuff, and I'll start feeling bad. I need that.
Yeah.
I need that routine and stuff. So a little bit. Like I'm trying to learn how to find a balance in between the two. Like, okay, I can move like water and do different things every day, but it still has to be structured to some type of level. Like I need some kind of anchor. And right now my anchor has been like homeschooling and my schedule with the store.
Yeah.
And that's taking up majority of my time. And so yeah, naturally I'm starting to get bored with those things. Not so much the store, because even within the store, I can still move like water inside of that bracket. I could do other things while I'm at the store. But I do get like a little like, dang, I wish I could do something different today.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, I could. I do. Last week I was in New York and stuff, but this week I kind of just want to chill and go back to my routine. Because last week breaking out of my routine was a lot. So I'm finding that balance in between the two.
Yeah, I feel you.
I can go in and I like the fact that I have the freedom to go in and out of a schedule. That's nice.
Yeah. I feel you on that one. Yeah. So for those who don't have the option to break out of their schedule, I feel bad for you.
Yeah, I get very.
But maybe it's not a bad thing to them.
Yeah, some people.
Maybe people enjoy it. Maybe a person like me, I couldn't understand how to enjoy a routine like that I just cannot get myself out of.
Some people really crave it because they know they really, really need it. And also because they really like to suppress their air and water energy. Some people are scared of their Obatala, how far their Obatala go. And you can see that in a lot of people who are recovering addicts. Like they kind of go like how Obatala went. Like, bro, we can only wear white. Don't eat no salt, no sex, no nothing. We don't do nothing no more. We don't do nothing. I don't even want to look at no palm. Don't put no palm on my altar. You can't even have palm leaves no more. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck a palm tree. Like,
right.
Okay. So it's the baobab tree now.
But
it's
then
the
they
coconut
become
tree
extremists in that. They even become extremists in that. Even that is extreme,
Yeah.
So,
and that's how religion comes into play too. That Maya comes into play, and it's very strict, and it suffocates a lot of people from living in their Jupiter selves because
And then this is where people exercise their horrible ways.
That judgment
outside world. Yeah. This is how people start mistreating you. They can't do it in their religion, their spirituality, but it shows up.
Because people they go towards what they like and they move away from what they dislike, and that's Jupiter, right? I like this. I'm gonna go towards that, and I'm gonna allow me going towards that, I'm going to create justifications. Now we're talking
Yeah,
about
we
my
want to
yacht.
judge you. We want to judge
Yeah,
you.
I'm making justifications as to why what I'm indulging in is okay, and
Right.
why what you're indulging in is not okay.
It's not okay.
That's
Mhm.
the Mayat that, you know, influences what you do with your Obatala. And then we can go above the sacral chakra and go up into the triangle in your head and say, that's the understanding next to your wisdom. That's the Bina next to your Chokma, you know, your Obatala energy. Like, you know, this is how I'm interpreting these, you know, energy exchanges, how I want these to go, how I like these and whatever. And that's how a lot of us move. Like, people create religions based upon what they like and what they don't like. People create cults based upon what they like and what they don't like.
You ever found yourself to be caught up in a cult?
I make cults, baby. Blame nobody.
Right.
I never
Somebody-
like being told what to do.
Somebody told me I need to be a dictator.
My Jupiter is in Leo. You don't tell me what to do.
I think I'm a dictator and shit. I don't mind being a dictator. I don't mind telling people what to do.
You got bossy placements. There's nothing wrong with telling people what to do. So because there's people out here who want to be told what to do. That's the thing. Like, it's people out here like, dang, I wish somebody would just come into my life
Tell
and give
me
me
what to do.
guidance.
What do
Tell
you
me
want
what
from
to
me,
do.
guys?
I don't know what to do. And then here you come and you give them guidance, and they're like, dang, I finally know what to do now.
Yeah, because I'll never say, like, maybe you should. I'll be like, well, you need to do this.
Right. And now it's up to them if they're going to take heed or not.
But I don't know how to use the positioning of, you know, directing someone to do something without me sound so demanding or without me, you know, commanding them.
Well, I mean, you gotta be a little commanding.
That's the only way I know how to be. That's the only way I know how to get my point across. Because people don't like me when I'm being nice.
I've noticed that, like, you know, in my spaces, like, I don't gotta be a jerk, but like I have to show some type of something. Otherwise, you're just gonna think I'm playing all the time, and I'm not playing.
Yeah, I'm never a jerk, even though I don't give a fuck about being one. But you know,
it's about tone. It's about tone, and you learn that heavily when you're dealing with animals and children. If your tone is off, they're not paying no fucking mind.
Yeah, the delivery. Yeah, they answer down. I noticed that with these dogs, I have to tell them if I be like, sit down, go sit down, sit your ass down.
Now they'll go sit down.
Now they go sit down, yo. But I'm like, is it because I've broken up the sentence to tell them and got more stern and firm with my words?
Yeah, it's the vibration they felt with that tone. They felt the tone.
I think they know that when they hear the word ass, they like, oh shit, we in trouble.
She said ass down.
You know when I cuss at her, yeah. Like sit down and then sit your ass down like, oh shit, that's a level up. We gotta sit down now. I just noticed that your hair is violet.
Oh yeah, I was ready.
Yes, I'm gonna have mine next. It's coming.
No worries. I thought that the last time we was together, it was done, and I was like, "Damn, I gotta do my hair."
Right. Well, my stylist just celebrated his birthday or whatever, so.
Happy birthday, stylist.
Yeah. I gotta pick a bone with him too, because he had the audacity to have somebody who came in there 6 months was like, oh, just did a simple retwist. She ain't been here in 6 months. But go and complain to me when I come in there 2 months or whatever. Like, you know your hair is too thick for this. I'm like, don't do me. I'm gonna tell him don't do me because you had somebody come up in here for 6 months and didn't have their hair did. Nothing was done.
Treat me better.
Yeah, don't do me. I think because I'm a favorite.
He care. He be caring.
Yeah, they be caring. Yeah, like how my dad. It's like, he's Sagittarius too. So like, yeah, it's like my dad. You know. Oh God, I'm surrounded by Sagittarius.
Yeah, it's Scorpios for me. They everywhere. Scorpios and Virgos. I love it here.
Scorpios don't be fucking with me like that. It's only Scorpio who fucks with me and my daughter.
Yeah. I got a lot of Scorpios. Every time I go outside, I attract more.
I
I'm
don't
here for
attract
it. Though.
Scorpios at all. Come here, Scorpios. I'm here to love you and guide you
They
and
gonna
show
love
you
and
that
guide you too.
yeah, the drowning. They need my back and throw me in the fucking water. I think my daughter want to do that sometimes. Nah, she loves me about that. She's obsessed with me though. And with Scorpios, they can have an obsession. They can be hypochondriacs as well.
That's
They
what I
never-
like though. Be obsessed with me, baby. I'm here for it. But
Oh yeah, I definitely want some. Yeah, but you know, with the session with me comes some nut shit after that. So I can't deal with the nut shit after that because you'll get shot.
you could definitely get shot messing with Danielle.
Just know you get shot. You either get shot by Cupid's arrow or you get shot.
Smith and Wesson.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Effing in.
Oh yeah, and just to
What's
let
the
y'all know, the
light?
ninth house also deals with the father. This is the energy that you get from the father.
Yeah,
Whatever.
that is very heavy father energy. I mean, it's Jupiter, so you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's big daddy vibes right there.
Love the luck and religion of your father.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Well, I really enjoyed this episode here.
Me too.
I liked it. I liked the information that we had added on to the limited information that we did have. So I'm just saying, I've been wanting to see full-fledged episodes, movies. I want to see, more detail, where the chicken came from, you know what I'm saying, that was given to Obatala, all that. I want all that explained. And that's hard. That's hard to find. That's hard to find when you're researching, you know what I'm saying, because we're limited on some things here. But you know what? I'm going to go to one of the temples, sis.
Yeah. Let's go to the Ifa temple.
I'll let you know my experience when I come out, because they probably going to throw my ass up out of there. I ain't going to hold you.
Well, there's a spot in South Carolina. Me and Mahatma was talking about going to. We all should go, like a group trip. There's a village in South Carolina. It's an independent African village, and they do have festivals for the Orishas there. Every Orisha festival, they host one, and we should collectively go there. I'm pretty sure we will have a really dope episode there. Everybody have their own respective podcasts or whatever. We could all have, really dope episodes there.
I may come back a changed person.
Right.
Who knows?
All right.
Well, this episode was brought to you today by Bless Nobody's Collection, LLC. Those Nobody's Business, LLC. And Body and Yoni Essentials.
Ashe. And we love it here. Thank you for having us. Shouts to the producer. Thank you, Knowledge, for allowing us to be on your platform. Thank you, Danielle, for your time and space and all your knowledge.
Thank you for all your time, your space, your knowledge, and extended knowledge.
Another great episode.
Oh, look out for merch. Look out for the merch, you guys.
Merch is on the way.
Yes, indeed. Oh, you know what? I need to hack into our Instagram page.
Yes.
You still have the password for the email account, right? Like, how are we gonna get that? We gonna do that.
I have it written down somewhere. I just gotta figure out where it's written. It's on my to-do list. I got a nice hefty to-do list on the to-do list. The day is still young. It'll get done.
Indeed.
I gotta order myself another phone because my phone is broken.
Oh yeah. Well, Walmart, they got them, them phones. They got them Johns for like what? $100, $200, less than that, $80-something, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking in the 80s. I don't really need nothing crazy. Everything does the same thing to me at this point. You take pictures, I can use my apps. Okay, that's all I need.
Okay, well, you're just gonna get you a house phone then. That's fine.
Yeah.
I miss house phone days.
I would like one of the nicer phones, but I'm not spending $1,000 for a phone. That's something I would do later. I ain't gonna lie and say I would never spend $1,000 on the phone. I would, but not
That's
right
how
now.
much they cost when they come out now. They cost more than the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox.
Right, because the PlayStation definitely is like $600, but this phone is $1,000.
Tell me about it. Like, why the hell this PlayStation is cheaper than my phone? I'm making payments on my phone.
Right, I got phone payments. Don't have PlayStation payments.
What kind of shit is that? But yet, you can't be just approved for. You gotta go through all this credit check for a tablet and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like another device. And, for real.
All right, let's make our exit off this live. You can call me though. I'm here.
Peace, peace.
Peace, y'all. Peace, knowledge.
About you, posting lies, keep it in your journals. As I evolve higher self in charge, you create no hurdles. I don't need your energy, bless those that try to hinder me, enter me. And you know I'm doing just fine. I don't need your energy, bless those that try to hinder me, enter me. And you know I'm doing just fine.
I'm just tired of eating whole wings. I'm just ready to do my own thing. Ain't nobody worried about pull me. I just gotta think big and grow me, yeah. I'm cool, I'm fine. These are the days of our lives. I'm cool, I'm fine. I'm just fine in the life. I'm cool, I'm fine, yeah. These are the days of our lives. I'm cool, I'm fine. I'm just fine in the life.
Hey, Sunshine Monie with the affirmations to enjoy your day with Sunshine Monie.
You are listening to chakra music.
I came through with intentions of destruction. You said you wanted freedom, well it's me then that you wanted. I moved in gratitude as my soul was being summoned. The consciousness has returned, Christ is really coming. I make these flows for the souls that drift in indigo. I make some goals for they glow since they was embryos. Access the records, they lectures, keep your principles. Enemies infect you, don't let them reach your pinnacles. Reversing curses that's embedded in religions. They wound up in your soul, that's why you feel tension. I'm remixing declensions before Sumerians existed. It's something in the water, don't get caught, you'll get acidic. I bury enemies, pay pinnacles to the witness. You say my name in threes, I appear in your vision. Write Iliads in me, I'm the witcher in your system. Silly as can be, there's no opposite in infinite. I'm the goddess of crossroads, touching all directions. With the skull and crossbones that call to the vexes. I applaud the protectors, I'm the god of inflection. They see the demon in me and still pause the respecters. I need no translation, vibrating from universe. My throat mansplaining why my yoni do the work. Mask off, crowns on, bombshell on all the arts. Mask off, crowns on, bombshell on all the arts. Mask off, crowns on, bombshell on all the arts. Mask off, crowns on, bombshell on all the arts.
Enoch 7 prophet, move like the four winds do. My energy is useful, my thoughts are old school. So I move with a vibe slim. Say I'm sexy, haircut like Anita Baker, real lovely. Caught up in the rapture, it's kinda risque. Kisses and faces on public is real frisky. Touche.
You are listening to